How's everyone doing? Thanks for joining me on my small engine repair channel. Today's project is on this certified brand push mower, and the problem that it's having is it won't start. So let's take a look at it and see if we can't figure it out. Alright guys, so I have a neighbor who's looking for a good used mower for her son and daughter, and son-in-law and daughter, and I said I would keep my eyes peeled. I found this one on our local Facebook page, and they only wanted 50 bucks for it. This one happens to be a retail price of $349.99 here in Canada. So I felt that that was a pretty decent price. I went to look at it. It was dark outside, so partly that's my fault. I don't typically look for stuff in the dark, but he said it won't start, and I just did a little bit of a sort of a preliminary look at it. I made sure the crankshaft wasn't bent. That was my primary objective, but I should have looked a little closer, because as you can see, they've got some sort of new style dipstick on this one, oil dipstick made out of black duct tape. So yeah, at nighttime I didn't really look this over close enough, but it's self-propelled and has a bagger. He said he just can't get it started. So let's just do a function test first, and we'll go from there. Alright, so it didn't start. So next thing we're going to do is try and spray some carb spray in the throat of the carburetor. This is actually starting fluid or ether. I'm just going to show you here. So there's the throat of the carburetor right there. And it does look a little bit wet. The choke mechanism or choke flap is closed. That's the position it should be in. So just going to get me a little screwdriver here. So let's stick that in, open up the choke. Well, the choke mechanism's up here. Alright, let's see if it will even try and start. Alright, so that actually was pretty easy. When I just sprayed some in there, it fired up, and then it was about to die, so I sprayed it one more time as it was about to die, and it kicked back on, and then kept running the whole time, and eventually it kind of smoothed itself out. He did say that he didn't run it this whole year. It's now late October, so it's likely that it has some bad gas in there. So I'll probably end up just draining the gas that's in the tank, or at least take a sample from this bowl and see where we're going to go with it from there. It is for a friend, so I might decide to clean out the carburetor anyways. We'll see what I do with that. But of course, this is the glaring problem. I definitely have to address this situation. So I'm going to have to get online and see if I can't find a new dipstick for this thing. Alright guys, to find parts for these certified branded lawn equipment that's sold through Canadian Tire here in Canada, first thing you're going to need to do is find the product number. And if you look at the tag, the certified tag, the product number there is 060-0753-4. You're going to write that number down. You're going to go to a site out of Quebec called Mecanair. I think that's how you say their name. They deal with all the Canadian Tire branded stuff. And you're going to type in that product number right there and click search. So they've got 2022 certified 174 cc's. That's not us. So before 2021, that would be us. And from here you can go to these parts diagrams and you can find your specific part that you need. So let me go ahead and find that. Alright, so there's the part I'm looking for. It's a part M14. That's the dipstick. So if I just scroll through here down to part number, looking for M14. There it is there, M14. Dipstick, sub-assembly, oil. Price they have is $10.99 Canadian. Unfortunately, this company charges, I think, $20 to ship anything, even a $2 part. So that dipstick's going to end up costing about $35 with tax and everything. So anyways, that's how you search out for parts for these Canadian Tire branded lawn equipment. Alright, so I got all of the makeshift dipstick all torn off. It was just a bunch of duct tape, and it looks like a cork from a vino bottle. So that's pretty interesting ingenuity there. But anyways, that was never going to work. I have ordered the new dipstick, but it was $34. So I'm a little worried I'm a little worried about the condition of the oil with that dipstick there. I don't know how much debris might have got into this engine, so I'm just going to drain this oil out and see the condition of the oil. All right, so I'm currently draining the oil here. The stuff that's coming out of here now, it looks very clear, almost like water. So I'm not sure, after being left outside, if that dipstick was allowing some water to get into the oil. And, but anyways, I'll take a look once it's done draining. All right, so the oil does have, it's hard to tell with all the light reflection, but you can see that kind of swirliness. White swirliness to the oil. Could be a little bit of water mixed in. It could be a little bit of like engine shavings, particles that the oil is supposed to clean up. That's part of the job of engine oil. So anyways, I'm just going to replace the oil once I get the new dipstick. Alright guys, so it's been a couple of days since I've been able to get to this thing. Just waiting for this part to come in. Here's the part number there if you're ever looking to replace one of these dipsticks for one of these certified mowers. What you're going to need is a 15/16 wrench. And by the looks of it, I've never replaced one of these, but by the looks of it, all you have to do is just screw it out. So that's what we're going to do on this guy right here. And we'll just put the new one in. So that was it, just a bit of a turn with the wrench to loosen it off. I don't know, I might have been able to even done that hand tight, or just use my hand to get that. Alright, so this part is actually not bad, besides the fact that it's just filled with goo from the duct tape that Buddy put on there. Just clean around the opening a little bit. Make sure it makes a nice seal. Yeah, it doesn't seem to Alright, so this one's going on quite a bit tighter than the last one. Came off. I have made sure that I started it by hand so I'm not cross-threading it. I think that's in all the way. Looks like it to me. Well, of course, when I put oil in there, I'm going to be checking for any leaks, and especially when it's running and it builds pressure in there, we'll see if it's going to leak at all. Dipstick in. Okay. Now she's ready for some fresh oil. Put some fresh gas in there and see if we can get this thing fired up. Alright, so I got some fresh oil topped up in there, got some fuel in there. So far I don't see any leaks, so let's see how we did. Alright, so she's running like a top. I don't see any leaks at all out of the oil dipstick there. And last thing I do is just kind of clean it up a little bit and sharpen the blade, and it'll be ready to go. So hopefully this will be informative to somebody. If you liked it, please smash the like button down below, and if you're not a subscriber, consider doing so. It really helps me out on the channel. Till our next project, take care.